This is Brian. I'm going to review The Ultimate Guide to Teen Life by Yahya Bakkar. This is a companion to the development years of a teenager. Teens have their whole world ahead of them. And here are some of the things that Yahya talks about. I call it the all F's. Here's a list. The short little bio on Yahya is I found out about him through Elliot Hulse's channel. He is a strength and development teacher on YouTube for mostly men. What stood out about Yahya is his willingness to help and his high energy. Of course, he's not like the situation from the Jersey Shore and not as tanned as him, but he does have these type of New York values, Jersey values. A few of his mantras are love, inspire, forgive, and empower. He knows Taekwondo. He can beatbox with a harmonica. He's a very charismatic speaker. He travels around the world doing speaking events for teenagers, thus sharing his vulnerabilities and improving the lives of other people around him, especially teenagers. Discloses transparent events in his life to make himself more vulnerable. He didn't grow up with his birth mother. This is one of the adversities that he experienced in his life. Something he really praises in the book is to, especially when you're young, is to have fun, to laugh, and to dance. Always find reasons to dance, tell jokes, watch funny movies. This is a special time in your life when you're a teenager where everything's fun, you're not really working. You're a curious human being, you're learning everything. Treat your life like a playground and not so much like a treadmill. Later on, you'll see people have a materialistic desire, and that's called the hedonistic treadmill. Have fun and smile. Next up is distractions. What you're going to be seeing in your life is a ton of advertising in your life due to the screen, the cell phone, and ads marketing to you while you're young to get you hooked on, say, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, or any of the social media memes. There is power in advertising, and this drama can be addictive, such as TV shows, such as drama, boyfriend-girlfriend drama, friends, betrayal. And he makes it a clear point drama is addictive, and you should really stay away from it. I see it as having a dichotomy of drama versus passion. So if you have something passionate in your life, go for that, whether it be skateboarding, reading, or sports. Some of these advertising can really influence you, as you'll see popular kids, they want the good stuff, say like the Beats headphones, like Dr. Dre's headphones. It's just really a label that they put on it, and there's a ton of profit made on these headphones just to be cool. And it's fashion changes with the tide, so it's not something to be concerned with. Also, there's a rise in the obesity epidemic. This is something that's taking over countries like Mexico and the United States, is that they are marketing like crazy to you foods, fat, sugar type foods. And stresses can add up in your life, and it's important to have good habits when you're younger. Start them when you're young. Do your best to meditate and find your alone time and focus like Steve Jobs would. Next up, be different. You don't have to be a part of the herd. You'll see groups and cliques form, whether it be jocks, popular girls, or cheerleaders. Be cool in your own different way. This will be an individual. This is hard to do when you're younger because you are trying to find your self-identity, whether it be parents really guiding you through life or teachers. There's almost like a prison in school, and at some point you will search for freedom and find it later on. And this is especially after school, you'll get that. And be patient, but be different and cool. Dream big. You'll see some of the fashions change, come and go, like baggy pants or skinny jeans, or picking your pants. Don't be a poser or copy people. They may make fun of you or bully you, but that doesn't matter. For instance, he talks about how he had big ears, kind of like Dumbo in the book, but that insecurity will wear down and it's not going to be an issue later on. Everybody has insecurities. One of his biggest attributes is that he shares his vulnerabilities and where he was insecure or weak on the inside, such as not knowing his birth mother, his ears, failures, being bullied. This type of relationship with his mom, his birth mom, and himself really caused a lot of stress in him when he was younger. He didn't have that love and guidance when he was growing up. He had issues with his father relationship, but he powered through. And it's important that love and approval is something we all look for. He's just trying to help relate to teenagers to help you guys out. Also, he's bullied when he was a kid. He got beat up on the street, maybe abuse here and there. And he developed a fear of being attacked by bullies. And that's, you want to be able to defend yourself and stick up for yourself. He started studying Taekwondo when I think he was ranked in the state or something like that. So he came a long way. He makes it a point to not be a victim, never Never be a victim, but be a survivor. It's too easy to complain, to be reactive, to be a victim, to be entitled. Work on anything in your life and be positive. And in terms of warriors, leadership, and being a good human being is to remember that there's wisdom of being nonviolent, and this is something that Martin Luther King and Gandhi practice. Here's my direct advice to teenagers is to be different, be unique. Do not try to be the sheep of the high school. There's a ton of groupthink in high school, and you'll see cliques form. There's the cool kids, jocks, and people tend to be in different groups. It's good to go through other groups and experience it all. Don't be a follower. Focus on creativity, hard work, and don't be judgmental. Don't give things for face value. It's all visuals. First impressions don't mean much. They may seem like something when you're young, but later on, you're going to understand that judgments aren't right. Make sure you relax and have fun. It's a very important time in your life where you're learning about relationships. And in terms of school, I recommend reading more than actual school. Schools are becoming more of a politically correct environment. It's not like before. There's cameras. They're teaching you a certain way and they're blocking off certain information for you. And it's important to understand that. And you can learn more by, looking toward older people. They will share with you their wisdom. Look for mentors. Also, who cares about what other people think? This is the social media age, so you're going to see all these random thoughts streaming through streams, and they can cause reactions inside you, and they don't really mean anything. Go out and talk to people. They say high school is to prep you for college, but now college is becoming less and less and less relevant. And it's true, there are certain careers that you might need, especially for license, to say a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse. But most of business and everything, internet, books, YouTube, and social media are the future. People that work hard and are not entitled, take action, are going to be the drivers for society. After high school, you can probably check out my book when I release it, is to go and travel, especially for a male. Once I left the United States to check out other countries, I really grew from this experience, from having fun and learning about other cultures. For instance, I had the idea of going to Costa Rica just to go surfing, but it became a whole new adventure. And in terms of diets and the obesity epidemic, make sure you eat your vegetables. I prefer broccoli and spinach. Kale is nasty and it's human torture in large amounts. I stay away from that. Don't wait, do the work and find out. Avoid anything that has to do with entitlement. And this is something that's being tagged with the young millennials and the new generation is things aren't going to come to you. You have to go out and get it yourself. It's too easy to complain, to be a victim, to be entitled, and don't be a person of excuses. Just concentrate and look for a point to take action. Here are some things I don't exactly agree with Yahya is here's a words quote. Words matter, words are powerful, words can uplift someone's life or derail it. Words are just words. They have a history, and I am a prime believer in the freedom of speech. Words can be distasteful, but they can be the truth. If someone's trying to silence you, you have to find out why they are not wanting to hear it. And here's a good Voltaire quote. To learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. Hence, freedom of speech, that is the First Amendment. You can't be a crybaby. You have to be strong and tough enough. In the end, this ain't going to happen right away to handle any word thrown at you. Next, he mentions Dr. Oz in his book. I don't like this guy, Dr. Oz. He's a liar that's been debunked, and some of his tactics can be very manipulative. And he put down my friend and shamed my friend, Rush V. Next thing, I do like the natural. I like what's naturalistic. And in terms of feminine and masculinity, he thinks women should build muscle. It makes them look more feminine. But I disagree that muscle makes them look feminine. I think in terms of the feminine essence, it's nurturing, it's pleasant, it's kind, it's soft. There's no woman like a woman who can garden. And in terms of masculinity, I really a proponent of masculine virtues like courage, independence, freedom. And in terms of following up with Yahya Bakkar, you can check out some of his YouTube videos with Brandon Carter and Elliot Holtz. Check out his beatbox and harmonica video. Check out the documentary with his mother. It almost makes you want to cry because he didn't know his mother. It's something that really hurt him that he shares. And it's hard for guys to share their feelings. You don't want to appear weak in front of anyone. And Yahya is willing to share that. And then you can check out his Instagram. He's got a cool back tattoo. I won't give that away what it is, but I think this guy's got a lot going for him, Yahya. His biggest characteristic that I like is that he's is that he just loves to help out. You can see some of his speaking events, and he's very inspirational and he's very charismatic, and he's just there to help. And that's why I read his book.